delicious fruit trifle. We'll be using fresh strawberries, fresh blueberries, and also So Delicious's CoCo Whip. To start with, we're going to make a version of the snack cake, which I'll show you the full version of snack cake another time. To mix up this cake, you simply put the flour, salt, cocoa in the bowl, whisk it up. Then I've got sugar here and baking soda. The reason we want to mix it up first is to get all those ingredients incorporated together. Next, we're going to add a mixture of water, oil, vanilla, and vinegar. The exact quantities will be in the description below. Mix it till most of the lumps are out. You might have just a little lump here and there, but overall it's a pretty smooth batter. I will be pouring it into a loaf pan that has very square sides. This will bake in a 350 oven for probably 10 minutes. We'll have to take a look. You can see I've lined the pan with parchment paper. Smooth it out. While the cake's baking, I measured out my CoCo Whip, and it takes about 4 or 5 tablespoons of CoCo Whip for each of the 4 parfaits of the 4 trifles that we're making. Just wanted you to see how much that is. And then we're going to be adding about a tablespoon of chocolate syrup. I'm using Hershey's simply because it is vegan. I don't even measure it. I'm going to just guess what about a tablespoon would be. CoCo Whip is not quite as stable as Cool Whip, so just fold gently. Just keep folding gently. And I don't care if I get it completely mixed or not because I don't want to lose volume. But that flavor is marbled in there, and you'll see it just is great having that little hint of chocolate. So while I'm waiting for the cake to finish baking, I will slice my strawberries. Slice the strawberries, of course, wash and dry them. You're going to make cuts down this way, a little bit less than 1/4 of an inch. Get those ready for when we're putting our trifle together. I start by cutting 2 strawberries per trifle, but I have some more on the side in case that's not enough. The cake is finished baking. I'm just pulling it out of the pan to let it cool. You can see it's nice and bouncy. The cake has cooled, and I'm dividing it into 4 pieces. Start with a serrated knife. So that's the amount of cake for each of the trifles. Now I am cutting it in half because we're going to need 2 pieces for each trifle. Each piece of cake cut into 4 cubes. You could always use 1 bowl, but I like the individual servings. So here we go. I'm going to put some of the CoCo Whip on the bottom. Then I'm going to put just 1 piece of cake to start. The cake's going to help hold my strawberries in. And I'm putting the strawberries in so the wide part is at the top. I'm hoping that it kind of looks like a heart. Then we'll be adding some more cake. So got the strawberries in place, and now I want to add a little bit of cake around there, just holding the strawberries in place. Next, I'll add some blueberries, and on top of the blueberries, it's time to add a little bit of CoCo Whip, some cake, 2 or 3 pieces, whatever fits in your container. And now again, let's go to the strawberries. This time I want the points up. It will help hold the blueberries in place. Oops, gotta move the cake out of the way there. Now the last bit of the CoCo Whip on top and some blueberries. Now there you have it. Isn't that a lovely individual size trifle? Or you might want to just call it a fruit parfait. Here are the finished trifles. And I'm not going to taste it on camera because it is a little bit too messy for that. But I already tasted one. It's got just a hint of chocolate in that CoCo Whip. The blueberries and the strawberries mixed with that yummy snack cake is a great combination. I'm thinking I would like to serve this maybe for Easter or some special birthday.